Cody Rhodes, you are the main character.
Number one on the call sheet.
That's right.
I'm about that life. As a storyteller for wrestling, we can't change week to week. The biggest secret of wrestling is you lead the audience, but you want them to feel like they led you.
Wrestling is such an interesting thing because you're playing a character, and the criticism comes down on you.
You can't please everybody, but you can take the feedback as the character. That's the place that, as storytellers, you want to be.
There was a time Cody's biggest goal was to impress Randy Orton. Do you think you've done that?
Even though he said it, it's different than when you feel it. That's what I look forward to with 42.
Taking the title off Drew McIntyre right before WrestleMania is diabolical.
This just happened. I don't know if diabolical is the word.
What video games did you grow up with?
Street Fighter.
Well, that's full circle.
Yeah.
So when you get to a set of a Street Fighter movie, do they look like they bring Street Fighter?
Katao Sakurai legit brought 1994 onto the screen.
Is there a Mortal Kombat Street Fighter rivalry?
We will dog walk anybody from Mortal Kombat.
Well, hello, welcome to another episode of the Brandon Davis Show. I'm BD and you are here for Cody Rhodes. Just a few things I need to tell you real quick before you watch and listen to this episode. I got 5 things I got to say real quick. Number 1, who is Cody Rhodes? Well, he is the undisputed WWE Champion and the superstar at the center of so many of WWE's most iconic and best and biggest moments in recent years, and maybe of all time, certainly of the recent generation. And he's just an awesome guy. He's making his way to Hollywood. He's in The Naked Gun. He's in the upcoming Street Fighter. He's just a good dude. So I'm very excited to share this with you. Number 2, this conversation is one where I think you'll leave feeling like you know Cody Rhodes better than you did before you listened to it or watched this episode. And I think you'll say the same about myself as well. We talk a lot about our wrestling careers. Cody wrestled at OVW before he was in WWE, as did his WrestleMania 42 opponent coming up in just a couple months, Randy Orton, and last year's opponent, John Cena. I currently wrestle at OVW, and we got to tell a lot of indie wrestling stories, and I think this is one that a lot of hardcore wrestling fans will enjoy, but it's also one that I think if you're not a wrestling fan, you'll probably just have fun listening, and that's always my goal, because we talk about theme parks, we talk about video games and movies and just stuff that we're interested in, life experiences, and it's one that I think I want you to feel like you were just in the room for, and that's always the goal with these episodes, and I wouldn't be here without every single one of you who watch and listen and subscribe, so I do hope you come away from this feeling like you were just in the room hanging out with us. I also need to say, I don't think the Street Fighter Mortal Kombat feud is going to calm down after this one. After Monday's Louis Tan episode, Louis Tan from Mortal Kombat went viral with his response to Andrew Schultz's comments from the Street Fighter cast at the Video Game Awards. Cody Rhodes weighs in on that in this one. And I don't think it's cooling off anytime soon, but I'll let them tell it to you. Number 3, I always like to share how these come together when there's a fun story, and this is one where Tuesday morning I got a text message from a friend at WWE. He said, hey, you want to interview Cody Rhodes tomorrow in Atlanta? I said, absolutely, 100% yes. I threw this microphone, the camera you're looking at me through, all my equipment into a carry-on suitcase, and I threw it in the car. And I drove to Atlanta, 4-hour drive, 1-hour time change. It was a long drive. I had to wake up early, and we recorded this at the Nightmare Factory, which is where Cody and his staff are training up the next generation of wrestling superstars. And it was really cool to go there. Of course, 100%, I was going to make the drive. I was going to make this work. And I'm really proud of this one, and I'm glad it came together and grateful for the opportunity. Number 4, we're almost done, I swear. These episodes usually release on Mondays, I know. This had to get out there before SmackDown. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes are coming face-to-face on SmackDown on Friday night. We had to get this out there as soon as possible, so here it is. That doesn't mean there's no programming on the channel on Monday, though. If you like hot toys and sideshow and collectibles, stay tuned. Hey, if you like Daredevil, some of that coming on the channel on Monday as well. So stick around for that. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And the next main character on the Brandon Davis Show, an official episode of the podcast, will be Robert Kirkman, which is now going to release on March 23rd. He is the creator of The Walking Dead. And of course, after Greg Nicotero and I had such a great conversation, and thank you for the response to that episode, we do talk a little bit about Walking Dead, but also Invincible Season 4. He's got a new superhero comic coming up called Terminal, and we chop all that up, and there's a lot of cool stuff coming to the show, and that's because of you. So that leads me to my 5th and final thing I need to say to you, which just is thank you. Guys, we're almost at 100,000 subscribers on the channel. What? That's insane. Thank you so much for supporting the show. If you want to support the show even more, you can go to Patreon. You can go to thebrandondavisshow.com. You can pick up some merch. One of the mugs that Cody repeatedly puts over in this interview, those are available for a limited time, but you can become a Patreon subscriber, join the community there. unlock cool perks like getting episodes early and other cool stuff. It starts at $5. Or you could just subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Hit the buttons to make sure that you're subscribed on those platforms, because every little thing you guys are doing, the thumbs ups, the comments, telling me what your favorite parts of the episodes are, telling me ways the episodes can get better, it helps us do this. It helps us get these conversations out there. And if you like Daredevil and Comic-Cons and collectibles and movies and TV and all kinds of stuff, you'll get a lot of that on this channel. So I hope you'll stick around and subscribe and join the community and just keep having fun with us. It's going to be a fun ride, and there's a lot of cool stuff coming. Without further ado, if you want to talk more about this episode, tune in to Ask BD this coming Wednesday. Send a question to thebrandondavisshow@gmail.com or leave it in the comment section. We can talk about some of this. If there's something you want me to clarify, something you want me to expand upon, I'm totally happy to do that. The Ask BD episodes are super, super fun, and they're inspired by Chris Van Vliet and his Insight podcast, which did an interview with Cody in the same spot right before I did. So I highly recommend checking out his episode as well, because it's a really good one. I got to sit through it and hear it. Okay, for real this time. Without further ado, enjoy this episode of the show. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Cody for the time. I'll see you in the next one.
Cody Rhodes, you are the main character on this week's episode.
Huge.
Congratulations.
Number one on the call sheet, huh?
That's right.
That's
all day.
I'm about that life. The treatment's different, you know? Mugs.
We bring our guests mugs.
We had a guy come in here who just interviewed me as part of the same day of media. No mugs. Yeah.
It's just some people aren't on that level yet.
They are not. Well, thank you. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, man. What do you got in there?
Room. It's caffeine, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, me too.
It's probably a Welch's Grape Ghost. You know those, yeah. I'm not trying to say anything that today there's a lot of there's so much product that partners and caffeine. It's caffeine.
Yeah, it's caffeine.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you, we were at Epic Universe.
Yeah.
You did Epic Universe in a full suit,
suit, man.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
So there was a funny moment because obviously they were letting things get a little fast and loose, but you got to follow the rules to get on these rides. They told me I had my pocket chain, which is different from the pocket watch I have on. I have like a pocket chain that has multiple pieces that go from the button to the pocket where you'd put your pocket watch. They told me, hey, you might want to tuck that in on Stardust Racers. I didn't. In the photo, you can see like panic, but it was only moments later it popped up and hit me right in the face. It was like a little steel ball. It got me right. So total rib on me for doing all of it in a full suit. I always knew that I was only going there to do the media. I was only going there to talk
the carpet
to people.
out front.
That was it. Then they were really big on, no, go to the back, get on some of this stuff. And of course I had already planned a date to come because I actually like to keep my park love slightly lower than I used to talk a lot about it. Now I like to keep it low.
Okay.
Because there's other people. There are new wrestlers who are now doing the park thing. And listen, that's cool. It's for us all.
Yeah.
But I keep mine a little underneath because I'm such a fan. And again, as a wrestler, you're trying to suspend people's imagination and provide them escape. That is a theme park in a nutshell. Like Cardona doesn't like theme parks where you can see the parking lot.
I have to agree with him.
That's a big thing. He's like,
Six Flags.
So he always brings up the flags, I'm not that deep in it. I'm not going to judge that hard, but I do love the escape of a good park. Do you have a top 3 parks?
Oh, okay. Well, I just dogged on Six Flags, but I will say,
yeah,
like maybe I haven't been in a while, but like 2005 Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey.
That had King to Ka.
Which I'm so pissed about it.
Yeah, rest in peace.
El Toro was brand new.
Okay.
Man, they had a stacked roller coaster lineup.
You put that in your top 3?
That's in my top 3. 2005, 6. I've gone back to Great Adventure since.
Yeah.
It's not what it was in 2005. I would say Animal Kingdom came from the bottom because I would have put Animal Kingdom last probably 10 years ago.
What's the one
out of the Disney
Animal
parks
Kingdom that's making you?
I mean, the Pandora section's insane.
It is wonderful.
You've been there at night?
Yes. Also, Liberty, who does not ride new things, rode Flight of Passage and said not ready to ride it again because she got tummy twirls, but also every day since has talked about that moment on Flight of Passage. Remember when the screen we were there And remember when we went in that cave and the whole thing? Yeah, Flight of Passage. Okay.
Flight of Passage is one of the most immersive rides anywhere.
Yeah.
That thing's like breathing between your legs.
Are you riding
and
the boat, by the way?
Riding the what?
Are you riding the boat, the little Pandora boat ride?
Oh yeah, the Navi River.
Yeah.
River.
That song?
Cruise. Oh yeah.
That's a little kid's dream right there.
I don't remember, but when you do it, it's stuck in your head for the rest of the day.
Yes.
It's not in my head right now, so please don't.
Nah.
Oh, here we go.
Nah, I don't know the full, but that's how as you're leaving it hits. That's also always cool as can be. Man, you might be onto something because Tiffin's is at AK. Tiffin's is a phenomenal spot.
They have a
Yeti's there. What's it?
Expedition.
Tusker's house. If you're into the character, when you have children, do you have children?
No.
Okay, so it changes. Kids show up. That character breakfast is a hit.
Is that at Animal Kingdom?
Is it Tusker House? Yeah, Tusker House.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
they're walking around. It's always the same. It's some Mickey waffles, and they hit. But those folks come around the table. It's a hit.
Man.
Growing up, I went to the parks as a kid too. I was never into the character thing. Liberty's very into the characters.
There are people who love the characters.
Oh, yeah.
Brian loves the characters, man. We've
yeah.
gone to Universal in Hollywood together.
Yep.
He'll wait in line for anybody. He wants that moment.
So do you have the same problem with your app where your friends and family show up in your app?
No.
Okay, so a couple of people who've used my app, every photo they take shows up. And I don't need to see. Okay, I'll take a picture with somebody as far as, Liberty wants to take a picture with Olaf. Yes, let's go take a picture with Olaf. If you're an adult and you're taking all of the pictures with them, not just the one, the next one, the hold your hand out, the thumbs up, the surprise. If you're doing that's messing my app up. I want to see pictures of my daughter with the princesses she met. I don't need to see a grown man responding to the facade of the Haunted Mansion.
I will say, I think we are a little bit spoiled in some of the experiences we've probably had.
Yeah.
But when I go to the park and they're like, hold your hand out, we're going to put a fairy or a dinosaur or something, and I'm just like, I don't know.
How are you going to the park, though? I know this is not what you wanted to talk about.
I've done it. I've done Club 33.
Yeah.
I've done
You're not supposed to say it out loud. Wow. See, now.
It wasn't my membership.
Oh, so you ate dinner.
I was a +1.
You're hey, that's all good. That's all good. I think you can say it out loud. I think it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not a member. It's all right. I won't say who brought me.
One day, though.
One day we'll get there.
One day, yeah.
Well, after this episode releases, it might be.
This guy's talking about it, you know.
No, man. I haven't done like a VIP tour of Disney though, but I hear they're pretty. I did a VIP at Universal.
They're the best.
Well, they're expensive.
Yeah, but look at what you're doing now.
I'm not even the top guy at OVW.
You got mugs, bro.
I know.
You got mugs.
Yeah.
You said OVW, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about OVW.
It's going well. Yeah, they just had their most watched.
You're the only tether I have to it, which is why I was so excited today when I heard you were coming.
Come on back.
I watch you talk about OVW, and lately, as I have gotten older, and everything in my life has worked out. Sami Zayn the other day told me it all is good for you. Everything works out for you. The way he described it made me laugh because it didn't always. But I have thought a lot about Danny Davis. I've thought a lot about Al Snow. I've thought a lot about Jim Cornette, who I wasn't even there for when him and Danny and Rip all were creating 4400 Shepherdsville Road. I mean, obviously there was another building before that, but that was my building. I couldn't have asked for a cooler spot to learn about professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And, I had Paul Heyman there. I had Greg Gagne there. I had Robert Gibson there, Joey Mercury. But I think a lot. I don't talk with Danny, or I don't think I've ever had a adult conversation with Cornette. I'm so grateful. So if they see this, or if you can pass the message, I am so grateful for. I know not everyone's involved anymore, but I love that it's still going. I love that you're there.
Al Snow's still there.
Well, Al's still there, and I'll tell you something about Al, because I know he's. It's okay, because coming from a polarizing wrestler, I think it's okay for me to tell you Al can be kind of a polarizing character. Everything that Al Snow told me would happen at age 19 and 20 has happened in my career. Not like, hey, you're going to win this. Not that. More a matter of, hey, when you slide in the ring, you have a personal rivalry with that guy. Don't start hip tossing guy. You commit. What's the story of this match? Like he was teaching college, and I just needed to learn how to do a freaking arm wringer, which thank gosh Robert Gibson showed up and showed me. But everything Al said has happened. There's not one thing that I've thought, no, Al was wrong about that. So I don't know how you feel about Al, but
I mean, I love Al, dude. He's a cool dude.
Okay.
It's one thing I love about OVW, and I mean, I haven't worked a ton of different indies. I've done FXC, NWA, CCW, AIW, and OVW. I think that's all I've done.
that's it, huh?
But I do OVW every week that I can.
Yeah.
I'm going tomorrow. By the time this comes out, I'll have already wrestled again.
That's awesome.
But one thing I love about OVW is right after a show, you can walk into Al Snow's office and you can ask him, what'd you think? What can I do better? Or you can run an idea by him for the next show.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, that environment, how does that evolve when you're on the level of WWE? Is there still a room you can walk into and say, hey, can I get feedback? What do you think?
Yeah. It's called Triple H's office, and the reality is not enough people realize it can be that simple. A lot of people make the mistake of, I want to pitch an idea so he knew I pitched an idea. That's not what you're doing. The best idea men are throwing out 9,000 terrible ideas before they get to the one that, hey, that's actually good, or before the person you put it to refined it and said, let's do this instead. I will often send a message to the top brass of WWE and say, over caffeinated, but here's an idea. Hey, random thought. Hey, on the treadmill, just had some pre-workout. Ignore if this is dumb. Or stealing a line from the super genius Mr. Heyman. This idea reserves the right to suck. It's not different than what you described, but people can't be afraid of it. Yeah, there's firewalls, and yeah, sometimes not. Timing is important as well. But you got all day with these folks. I mean, you can certainly shoot your shot, and you know that's part of learning the diplomacy of it. And if you think about it, and you think about an idea, is it good for you, or is it good for your opponent? And if you're honest in its delivery, and you're not trying to do a bad sales job, those are the type of people. The people who get those ideas are going to be more receptive to your other ideas. When you know someone is just making an idea for them, and they start with, hey, this would be really good for Brandon. It's going to be good for Brandon. I'm going to beat him. 3 months from now, beat him again. Then you have to know, was this idea for Brandon? It doesn't seem like it is. This is an idea for you. And I, as someone who's sat on the other side of it briefly with my time in the executive role, I just appreciate a good idea that's well thought out, that's delivered with honesty. Have you ever heard the story about Bob Holly busting in the room going, I got an idea, make me world champion? That was more honest than most ideas that come in there, right? So I have an appreciation for just be honest with your idea, and don't be afraid of a big thing too. And maybe you know this, people get married to their idea.
Oh yeah.
They get so married to it. You're giving it to your boss who it's his sandbox. Let them create with your idea. Not every idea is not War and Peace. It doesn't listen to them. And I wish, one of the greatest things about WWE is they produce me. They filter me. People have seen what Cody Rhodes unfiltered looks like. It ain't great. It's got some lows in there. But you put someone to produce me and filter me, we can find some magic.
Well, I find that wrestling is such an interesting thing because, yes, you're going there, you're performing, you're competing, you're putting your body on the line, all that stuff. And it's a thing where people look at it and go, oh, you're playing a character, right? Some people think that, you're playing. Some people truly are playing a character that is very far from who they are when the camera in the ring is not on them.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, and I think like yourself, when you go out there and you wrestle, it is really a reflection of who you are and what you want. And the feedback, whether you're playing somebody who's really not yourself, or if you are playing yourself, so dialed up to 11, the feedback really feels like a reflection of you. Whereas like in a movie, if you're playing Thor, somebody doesn't like Thor 4, it's not necessarily Chris Hemsworth who's going to be like, but you're
They
out
didn't
there.
like 4 though?
Thor
And
4?
not 2?
Well, I think there's 2.
I like all the Thors actually.
It's batting 50%, I think, on Rotten Tomatoes.
Are you a Rotten Tomatoes guy? Are you?
They're my colleagues.
Yeah?
They're my colleagues.
So you look at that number?
I know it doesn't determine if I go see a movie.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
No.
I'm not afraid of checking out a Rotten Tomatoes review, but I do have to determine.
I'll look at it out of curiosity. What are the critics? Like, how do you separate that when you go out there and it is you? There's people involved, but it is you doing the performance, you doing the work out there in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And the criticism doesn't come out on anyone else. It comes down on you.
So I think twofold as far as you have people who watch as hardcore wrestling fans. So they're talking about the work. They're talking about the leveling up from the week before or the leveling down if you didn't deliver. Then you have people who just watch the show weekly, and they're often not the big voices out on the social. The reality is, you hear you can't please everybody, but you can effectively take that feedback differently. Number one, you need to take the feedback as the character. What did the character do? What did when I'm on screen? Did I match the motivations I needed to have? Was I fully committed? Was I fully absorbing what was said to me? Did I react? Did I anticipate it though? Or did I know it was coming and didn't react properly? That's the place that as craftsmen and storytellers you want to be. But don't be afraid of the other side too. Everyone, if I see one more of my peers go on a podcast and say like, social stupid, I don't have a phone, or I don't, X is wrong but Instagram's right, in a way, and I am a polarizing wrestler who has seen my share of criticism. I hate to break this to you, they're all right. You have to decide which way you're going. You have to lead your story. You can't get gun shy and go, I'm going to change it for them, because the finish of your story will determine if you told a good story. But that requires patience, which none of us have. None of us have patience. But there's so many great TV shows that are, look at Breaking Bad. Look at Better Call Saul. Those are lessons in patience. Even the first season of Mandalorian is patience in terms of delivering and get to the end. Judge us when we get to the finish. As a creator, a storyteller for wrestling, we can't change week to week. It's not a choose your own adventure book. It's a novel. We hope you sit down and read the whole thing and identify with the characters. The biggest secret to wrestling is you lead the audience, but you want them to feel like they led you. And then in the end, you should kind of ask yourself, well, who did lead who? And it all works out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, not to wax poetic here, that's just my take on, I don't like when people receive criticism and brush it off.
No, you have to be a sponge all the time, I think.
Yeah, you got to, and you'll know when you're like, if I see the
and that's
words,
in any industry.
If I see the words like decline or Hogan, I'm not going to give that one a lot of stock. But if you see one that is more, hey, you're out there smiling and you're in the blood feud with such and such, you can ask yourself why. What, was this correct? Is that why I'm mad at it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think all the voices are right. And sometimes the voices come from one specific place on the earth, and it's like they're all right.
Interesting.
In a way. That's my take.
Everybody's going to have an opinion. And
everybody's going to have an opinion.
Say an opinion.
And you can't
wrong.
can't, but I just don't like when we brush any opinions off. Like they don't matter.
Unless they say Thor 2 is good.
Yeah, it's tricky.
It's tricky.
Or is it? I don't know. Thor 2, I don't know.
No, man, it is interesting. And I haven't gotten a small taste myself. Pro wrestling is the hardest thing I think a person can choose to do. There's nothing as challenging physically and mentally. I'm sure there's but it's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Like brain surgery probably.
But is it harder?
Well,
might require a certain level of skill that might be a higher level.
Here's why I always say don't brush off the criticism, because it's not life or death what we're doing.
It could be.
It depends. So I have noticed that wrestling fans, as brutal as they may be, are also often willing to give you a second chance. Somebody called me the golden boy the other day. And 15 years ago in this company, I was an enhancement guy. So the audience has given me plenty of grace. So again, not life or death. That segment that didn't go right, that you thought, oh my gosh, my career is over, you will find that the next week you hit it out of the park. The thing I'd like to tell people is don't get too high on yourself and don't get too low on yourself. Yeah. Just ride right there in the middle. You're obviously committing. You're giving it your best. Not to sound like a little league dad, but that's sometimes what some of the bosses will say. Hey, well, did you try your hardest?
Yeah.
Did you promote your hardest? That's all I ask of you.
And this is a question. I've posed this to actors, and I use this story as the sort of way into the question, but I think you'll understand it more than anybody I've asked it to. It's the third time. I got to stop telling it because I think I'm telling my own stories too often on this show. But
that's okay.
I remember I won.
If you're telling your own stories, though, your guess is probably off a bit.
Yeah, they're like, what are you
Every now and then on what do you want to talk about, I find myself, I've opened up and I'm on 8 minutes of me. And
Listen,
I realized
sometimes-
probably need to get them to open up here, get them going here. You know,
Talk about theme parks first.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh man,
Everybody loves a theme
Yeah,
park.
I said I like to keep that low, and we went in on that. You didn't even give your top 3.
I gave
You
you
just
two.
said AK was 2. Don't do a top 3. Don't.
I don't even know.
Don't work on command. Like when every mainstream interview is like, give me your Mount Rushmore. Really? Give me your Mount Rushmore, and then they don't get it. I tell a different one each time because I'm waiting for some fan to go, he's not going to really give you his Mount Rushmore. That's too hard.
Yeah.
I give you my top guy, maybe my 1. I don't need to give you 4.
Yeah.
Also, for a guy who wants to run for office one day, I thought it was 5 heads on Mount Rushmore at one point. I was corrected.
Well, it's good that you dialed that in.
Yeah.
Before
before
trying to collect votes.
Yeah.
But no, man, I remember I won my first title in October.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
before the match, I remember being like, man, if I go out there and I win this title, I'm in this.
Yeah.
I have to. This is a bet on myself. This is a company giving me.
I love it.
And I was like, shit, do I deserve this? Can I do this? I had the most nervous I was before a match since my first match was that match.
Okay.
So I'm curious, going into 40,
Mm-hmm.
when you have a chance to beat Roman, become champion, is there a sort of, oh man, this moment is going to be more than a moment. It's going to be the rest of my life. I have to carry this for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Where you get a little nervous at all?
Month or so before Mania 40, when I thought Mania 40 wasn't going to happen, I had a conversation with Brandy where I was saying things like, if I could just win this, if I could just do this, I've done it. If I could just do this. And she was quick to correct me and said, you won't be any different. Not because you're not great, or you won't be any different in terms of aspirational people continue to aspire. It's just what happens. I knew that WrestleMania 40 was going to change my career. I knew that there was more than 5 people just in that match alone dumping years of equity into me and saying, go, it's yours. But I never got to celebrate it. And I didn't want to celebrate it. My way of celebrating it was instantly talking to every department head I could find about, well, what do we do now? We got backlash in France. How do we set an arena gate? What do we do? They're really loud over there. Instantly, and you're talking about talking to Al. I don't think it's any secret that Hunter and I are pretty close. But the thing that bonds us is not my dad, I think, which most people think. I think the thing that bonds us is I love this. This matters to me, and I want to be better at it. So how can I be better at it? What's your vision? What is this? Is it, I like to eat, breathe, sleep, live it, the same as all the guys you see circulate that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew 40 was going to change my life, but I also knew and was corrected in a sense that it wouldn't change who I was. Also, I'd been through the ringer at that point. The rocket wasn't on my back, and if it was, I fell to earth hard and lost a booster rocket and then had to fly a kite to get halfway and then fell again. So I think I was pretty level-headed by that point.
Yeah, that's one of those. Maybe if this happened earlier, you might not have been able to handle it.
Oh,
as
I
well
would
as
have
you
been.
did,
I would have
you know?
been unmanageable.
Yeah, well,
I was already a nepo baby, and I considered my dad to be wrestling royalty. I would have been a problem.
man.
Yeah.
I was on the floor for 40. I was on the floor for 39 too. Some of the best experiences. Just being there, feeling that energy was cool, man.
Well, now we get to do it all over again. 42.
42 is coming up.
42 is coming up, and it's dawned on me today, talking to so many nice folks, was I went from wrestling John Cena in his final WrestleMania to wrestling the guy I had my first wrestling match on WWE TV with, and he's returning to the main event, and I'm the main event guy, which is, how did we get here?
Yeah. That was over a decade ago you guys
was.
worked on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the idea that can he see me differently now, and will I force him to see me differently, which is what I felt I was able to do with John, and a match that's happened before feels like a first time ever match because of the stakes.
It does.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this, and I was like, man, I almost forgot that they've worked before. They've
Oh, yeah.
gone to war before.
We have.
And and you have, and it's been awesome. And there was a time where Cody's biggest goal was to impress Randy Orton. That's part of the legacy here, I think. Do you think you've done that?
I think it's hard for wrestling peers to ever talk to each other honestly and tell each other how they're doing, how they're feeling. It's tough. It's a toxic kind of alpha-y. It's not toxic, but that's a different type of environment. I feel that he told me that multiple times. When I was away, he told me that. When I came back, he gave me credit for a great upswing in the industry, right in the center of the ring and on SmackDown in front of the world. He was in the ring with me. I was on his shoulders looking down at 40 itself. I think even though he said it, it's different than when you feel it. And I think that's what I look forward to with 42 is a matter of I need him to see me not just as you never want to be little brothered. And he's not little brothered me anytime recently, but still, I think the chip on my shoulder is bigger than his. He's got a chip on his shoulder because he's returning to the WrestleMania main event, and he has to show people that he should be in the conversation for the greatest of all time going for 15. I have a chip on my shoulder because you groomed me and trained me and were this person on my shoulder, and I need to beat you.
Yeah.
Otherwise we both did a bad job. I don't know if I don't think he sees it that way, but
Yeah.
it's special. And this Friday, the fact that we'll be in the ring for the first time really talking about WrestleMania is special.
I think taking the title back, taking it off Drew McIntyre right before WrestleMania is diabolical in-ring work. I know that man he might come back one day and have a feud with you that goes on. I don't know.
His plates are still on here.
Oh,
man.
you still got the Drew McIntyre plates?
Yeah, this is fresh. This just happened, man. This just happened. I got his plates. You'll understand this because I think you see parts of the business, characters that are kind of parallels with other characters and stuff. He won the title in Germany, and then a few nights later came out on a live event we did in England. And when he came out, because Drew, whether we're oil and water and we don't like each other, we do like each other, or whatever it may be, one thing about it is if I was booking or producing or writing this story, I would have Drew in it. He is a massive asset. I mean, he's genuinely a big man's big man who can do special stuff. He's charismatic. He checks every box. Very much like Randy, the build-a wrestler, a sports entertainer from the ground up. But when he came out and he had the title on, he reminded me so much of Sid Vicious. Just something about that. There was always that looming. Sid could beat anybody, right? He could. There was this looming, and I don't know. I don't think I've shared that with anybody, but it reminded me so much of Sid when Sid was at his best. I don't know. Maybe you get to sit down and talk with him, and certainly he will get these back. But this just happened. I don't know if diabolical is the word.
Well, I just know that. I watch Drew's story every week. He's he got what happened? Was it 40 or 41 where he won for like 30 seconds?
Yeah.
It's comical sometimes when you think about it. I'm like, damn, Drew.
I mean, but if it's comical, it's definitely a high up comedy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's
champagne problems where
100%.
Yes, I will.
Well, I say this as a guy who has a lot of admiration for Drew. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just watching him work.
Well, you're
dude.
a tall guy. All the tall guys like Drew.
He's fucking huge.
Yeah.
That's like he's like the manliest
I kind
man.
of thought everyone in Scotland would be big like that.
What's that?
I thought everyone in Scotland would be big like that. They're not. I thought that was kind of like
That's just not the build there.
That's not the build. I thought that was like the bread and butter. Like, all that now. Yeah, no, he's a special athlete. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. And the work you guys have been doing this whole feud. I mean, the 3 stages of hell, the splash I heard you talking about with Chris,
The fall.
the fall,
The fall.
the fall.
It's a fall.
Do you think that feud has elevated Cody Rhodes to be more ready for Randy Orton?
That's a great question. I think I felt most challenged this year. It felt like a no-brainer that I was going into WrestleMania 39 in the main event. And then because of WrestleMania 39, it felt like a no-brainer that I was going into WrestleMania 40 as the main event. And that was emboldened by the fact of what happened. Then 41 also felt this is it. This is mine to carry. The QB1 element of it all. This is becoming real. Perception is reality. They're merged. This one felt the most of I don't know. There's a lot happening. Roman Punk is such a great matchup. That's a main event. Stephanie, Liv. There's a lot happening, and I challenged myself to Is It You who gets back? And I love the idea of walking back into Allegiant Stadium and kind of just giving them a hello again.
Yeah.
I'm back. I didn't think about Randy at all in the prospect. So my thought of being back is quickly humbled by I have to wrestle Randy Orton, which is not unlike the situation I wrestled in last year, which I was unsuccessful at.
Yeah.
And I can't have like a Sky Dome curse on me. You know what I mean? You know that reference, right? Or are you too young? Hogan?
Yeah, I'm 34.
Yeah, you're young though. What's 34? Gin what? What time do you get up in the morning?
Well, post-COVID, it's a lot different.
What time do you get up in the morning?
Now?
Yeah.
Usually like 8:30.
Okay, you're G. You're cool.
I used to get up at 7. When we were in when I worked at Comic Book,
Yeah.
I'd wake up 6:37, get to the gym.
So you
before.
can get up in the morning.
I can.
Yeah.
I don't have to
You
now.
drink coffee?
Yeah, it's coffee and a prescribed Adderall.
What do you think? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about American history in general? Do you like American history documentaries?
American history docs?
Like, do you ever watch any Ken Burns stuff?
I can't say that I have.
All right. So you're what, Gen Y? I don't know. You're not a millennial.
I'm a millennial. I'm
Are
on the
you?
tail end of millennial.
Okay, I'm on the
Yeah.
other tail end, I think, of millennial, but I act more like a boomer.
How old are you?
40.
Yeah, I'm like right there. I was 91.
Yeah. Okay, so you're in a tricky spot.
Like I remember pre-AOL life.
Okay, you're in a tricky
And
spot,
dial
though.
up.
Did you write numbers down and your friends' numbers and put them on the wall?
I used to when I had
Yeah.
I used to ride my
So-
bike over to my friends' houses.
So the good thing is you can go both ways. You could really
Pause.
turn into one of these kids who's waking up at 11 at the earliest at 11, they're really kumbaya in a sense too. They're really about we're having a good time, be happy. It's almost like a return to hippie culture. Or you could be like you said, getting up, going to the gym, and because they're equally annoying.
Yeah.
They're equal. When I look at the young kids who I know don't think I'm cool, like, look at this guy in this suit. What a try hard. I am looking at them the same, like your pants are around your ass. Like you're saying I don't want to be world champion when clearly you do. Like
Some of these phrases,
Yeah.
like that young people, like I'll pull up a TikTok and it's just like, I recently learned clock it.
yeah, you clock it.
I learned that like a week ago.
Okay, that's okay. You're caught up.
I'm starting to feel like I'm on the other side of youth.
You might be. Also,
Yeah.
you can pick. But here's how you know you're on the other side of youth. Try your phrase. And if you say it in a setting and everyone kind of does then you know, like, I like to lean into being older than I am. If they already think of me as that, I'm going to get all the way with it.
What video games did you grow up with?
Street Fighter.
Well, that's full circle.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
heard you
nice
talking
touch.
about it the other day.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, this just came together yesterday.
Yeah, Street Fighter. I mean, I'm an N64 kid. I played Super Nintendo, but N64, that kid screaming
Yeah.
on Christmas morning, who's like violently screaming, "It's a Nintendo 64!" That was the Turbo Man of our time. That was a special
Oh,
special
man,
thing.
I remember getting an N64 for Christmas.
Yeah. Also, like
GoldenEye, Mario Kart,
4 controller
64.
ports. What are we doing here, dude? The worst controller of all time.
I went on Amazon and I ordered a 30-foot wire so I could run an N64 next to my
Yeah.
bed now, and I can play from bed.
See,
I barely touch it, but it's there if I want it.
it's there if you want it. And yeah, I was a Super Nintendo I had and played, but I would say 64 was my really impressionable period of my youth. Gosh,
Yeah, but then like the Xbox 360 took over. Man,
you're
Call of
skipping
Duty
the OG
Modern-
Xbox.
I do skip the OG.
Did you ever have a
Xbox.
local area network?
I was a
party?
PlayStation 2,
Oh yeah.
way more than Xbox, the first Xbox.
So I hate to say it, you're kind of the problem. So-
Xbox just is getting sunset or whatever they're
Yeah,
saying now,
they're
which breaks my heart because I'm an Xbox.
Halo's going to come to PlayStation. Were you a Microsoft guy?
I was a Microsoft.
Were
Gears
you-
of War.
Were you like that because of Rock? Because when he showed up at that first Xbox thing, he was the Rock presenting the Rock. It was something.
No,
I was an Xbox guy. I was very into console exclusivity because I loved Halo, but I also loved God of War on the other side of
I
things.
know,
I was
Naughty
all about
Dog games, man.
Yeah, but in my day, Nintendo, today, whenever people talk about the PlayStation being the dominant force that it was, which PS2 destroyed everything and continues, But to me, I thought Nintendo 64 was the one. I still consider Nintendo the be-all, end-all of it all.
I think N64 changed gaming entirely.
Gosh,
like that was
man.
the one. We wouldn't be here. Something had to happen like N64 to put us where we are.
Ocarina of Time, man.
Are you playing anything now?
Changes everything. I'm playing Ghost of Yotai or Yotai. Ghost
yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet.
Okay, it's a hit. Anyone who said it wasn't is misogynistic because it's great. And I think they're just mad that the female is a lead, but it doesn't matter. She's still cutting people down.
My
You know what I'm
current,
saying?
I'm Fortnite and Rocket League right now. Really,
I'm in Fortnite.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the guy from Fortnite.
I'm in Fortnite, yeah.
You are the guy from Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm
now.
in Fortnite. Rocket League is, Rocket League's a good time too.
I
think
didn't
you
buy your
asked
skin.
a question
I gotta be honest.
before we started this game talk, and we never answered it.
I think I
Did
just
you?
said, what games did you grow
Oh,
up on?
I said Street
Yeah.
Fighter. That's right. Yeah,
So Street Fighter. Okay.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo was the one I was most into. When you play the first ones, like before they got to the Turbo one, I didn't realize it was a little bit slower. Obviously, Turbo, I should have got it, but yeah, love Street Fighter.
Did you play as Guile in
Yeah.
Street Fighter?
I played as Ryu mainly, and because it's your more balanced character to play with. But once I learned the charge element of Guile, I played as Guile. Loved. I also thought Guile was the coolest for a couple of reasons. I love America, as you can see, it's tattooed on my neck, and
Is it?
yeah, and the other part, he looked really cool. He had the best stage. He had the best music by far. I love me some Guile. I love me some Dhalsim. I love me some Ryu. I feel like I played as everybody other than like Balrog. Yeah, no kicks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love me some Street Fighter.
So when you get to a set of a Street Fighter movie and you look around, I've seen the trailer. Dude,
Yeah.
They look like they found a way to bring Street Fighter to life like that. It's
Katao
insane.
Sakurai legit brought 1993 or 1994 onto the screen. It's unbelievable.
What was was there a moment on the Street Fighter set where you felt like, oh, I'm in it. We're in Street Fighter now?
There was a moment on set where I felt, as silly as this sounds, I'm Guile. There was a legit moment where, and it happened as I was walking to the set because that hair was towering over everybody. I just literally left the studio gym. I'm pumped up to the gills, and I was walking by people like I could eat them for lunch. And that mindset was, oh, I'm Guile. I'm there now. And after that, I didn't even want my amazing stunt double to be around because I didn't want another guy with the hair on the set. I wanted to be the only one, which is, yeah, I get it. I'm a mess. And that guy had to be there because he was helpful. He also taught me how to do all my own stuff. So, yeah, that moment. And I don't want to give away too much of the movie, but you'll be happy with it.
Is there a Mortal Kombat Street Fighter beef? Is there a rivalry?
I'll say this. My friend Andrew Schultz, he can be a bit loud and hot-headed and impulsive and perhaps a hair dumb. But he is, you know this because you're a pro wrestler, we did a movie together. He's my tag team partner. And I can tell you, I was laying in a pile of bodies, no spoiler, I was laying in a pile of bodies beneath a character's feet when my daughter was born. And I had my phone under me when the picture came in the middle of a take. So this is all, they'll probably show the BTS at some point. But because Andrew is my tag team partner in this film, we will dog walk anybody from Mortal Kombat. Anybody. And I liked Mortal Kombat. What they did with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, great. The handsome guy you had on your show the other day,
Louis Tanny's awesome.
NetherRealm brought me out to a unveiling of, I think it was maybe X. I love me some Mortal Kombat. I love it. But in terms of what's better in terms of fighting in this movie, Street Fighter dog walks them all. Koji, Kalina.
I love Andrew Koji. He's a good
Yeah,
dude.
what are we talking about here?
Here's the thing.
That handsome guy you had on is awesome, and he was really good in the first Mortal Kombat, which I liked. But Andrew Schultz, as loud and dumb as he can be, I'll fight anybody he wants to fight. Anybody.
Here's the thing. If Paramount and Warner Brothers become one, it could happen.
Yeah.
Which that'd be wild. That could be a movie.
I think
that, like,
Guile
5
would
years
probably
from now.
take umbrage with some of the there's a lot of magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can be magic, but have you ever gone Mach 3, right? Right? Have you?
I haven't.
Right? Do you have the prototype for a stealth bomber tattooed on your arm? Old Glory on the other side?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is your hair turned that way from jet engines? so they can have all the magic in the world. But Gal's about freedom in the USA and steak.
And we all have that friend.
I hope
There's several of those.
I hope their movie is good. I do. But I stand by Schultz's dumb comments.
Hey, you got to ride with your guys.
100%. That's tag team wrestling, bro.
All right.
Tag me in.
Last movie you were excited to see that you've seen now?
Well, so that's tough. I've been excited to see a lot lately. Super excited to see Marty Supreme.
I haven't seen that yet either.
Yeah,
and everybody's dogging me for it.
Okay, I very excited to see it. A lot of wrestling parallels that you'll jump on right away.
Yeah.
I think I can tell you the movie I'm most excited for that's not Street Fighter. Mario Galaxy.
It's right around the corner.
My daughter is pumped because Rosalina appeared in that trailer. And the weird thing is this kid is a Switch 2 kid. She's 4.
Oh, wow.
She's barely a Switch 2 kid. She didn't grow up when Rosalina shows up in Galaxy on the Wii. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't grow up with Rosalina. The whole thing is wild.
She just loves the character.
Yoshi being in there, yeah. Princess is running around. She's playing Mario Kart now. You can free roam it on World.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got videos of it. It's shocking how good she's getting.
Sharing that with the kids, that's got to add a whole new level.
That's what I'm saying. And if you're a parks guy, that changes your whole world. When we start bringing them, oh my gosh, greatest thing ever.
Dude, all right, I want to show you something. I do this for everybody who comes on the show. Because this just came together yesterday, I wasn't able to get it here to Atlanta.
I think we should point out that you flew. You were in bed with your girlfriend. You said, Bond style. The phone rang, and you said, "I'll be there." And you flew through the night to get here, and you've set up, and now you're in it.
We made it work.
Where will you go now?
I will go back in the car, and I'll drive to Nashville, and tomorrow morning I'll drive to Louisville, and I will wrestle a match tomorrow night, and then drive home after that.
Look at that.
Hey, that's the cost of doing business.
Are you winning tomorrow?
Got to find out by having the match.
There you go.
I don't even know who I'm working with tomorrow. I'll find out at 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock, but I'll get there at 4. Okay. I should find out at 4.
When I was in that locker room at OVW, one time Paul Heyman ran in the room, Mr. Heyman. He goes, "Hey, we just saw a striker. Guys, does anyone have their gear on? We need a match now." And one dude stood up in the corner. He's like, I'm ready. And then he looked at us and and he went back to the office. There was nobody down. They didn't need a match. He was getting tired of the guys not being ready.
I think we're running into that too. We're at the Dave Hero has to post the "Don't go home before the show's over."
Buddy, I got people walking by me in the parking lot. Hide it. Put your bags by the door. Hey,
listen,
hide it.
Good at that. I've gotten pretty good at it, but also I only do it if I have an early flight the next day. Yeah. Like during Peacemaker, I was hosting a Peacemaker series. But Peacemaker would come out on Thursday nights, and we're doing Thursday night shows. So I was like, I for 8 weeks, I have to get home. Yeah. And I told Al, I was like, look, I have to get home.
You did the right thing. You told somebody.
Yeah, you got to communicate that. Some people just try to dip out, and that's a...
I still tell Tamario and Gorilla I'm leaving for the night. The show might be over. What happened to some of these rules?
You're supposed to shake everybody's hand.
Yeah,
that's one thing I want to say about wrestling culture. Yeah. I thought when I first went to train, I was like, this is going to be egos. This is going to be macho man and shit like that. When you walk into most locker rooms, in my limited experience, everybody's pretty chill and supportive, and you shake. People don't know you shake everybody's hand when you arrive. Is that still a thing on the WWE? Do you guys have to every single person in the building?
I think some of the older guys don't like it, but I think they appreciate it.
Sure, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. It means you care.
And Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, by the way, that is 2 OVW guys.
Yep, 4,400 ship. Also, I think he drove the ring truck for a brief time. I drove the ring truck, and then the guy I graduated to driving the ring truck after me blew it up. You'll never know about the sweet F350 that Danny used to have, company card. I'd park it at my apartment sometimes because I was too lazy to go back, ring in it. Yeah. You'll never know.
And that's 2 years in a row. You and John also last year.
Yeah.
But all right, so I do this for everybody who comes on the show as a way to say thank you. Because this just came together yesterday, I wasn't able to get it from LA to Atlanta fast enough. But there are Cody Rhodes, the wrestler, figures. I don't know if there's a Cody Rhodes, the guy figure. So we made this for you, and we're going to mail it to you.
I love it.
He's got a Wheatley vodka in his hand.
I love it.
Microphone, just in case.
But I would say Cody Rhodes, the guy and the character, are pretty much the exact same. Right?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how much do they separate?
That character looks identical to a Funko that will come out in a month, just not with Bottle.
Dude, you went to Epic in a fucking suit.
Yeah.
Pardon my French, but I was like, he doesn't drop character till the DVD commentary.
Yeah, but I Epic needed that. It was epic.
Well, it was worth
They
it.
invited me out there.
You had to be sweating, dude.
Yeah, you're always sweating, but also you learn to move less.
Well,
Less is more. You know what I'm saying?
it's a theme park. You have to walk 16,000 steps a day.
Move less, unless you're on a VIP, and then you go around a couple. Back around a little bit.
This is the last question I have for everybody who comes on. It's called The Main Character with Brandon Davis. You are the main character, and I like to hear about, the moments in your journey where you would say you made a choice, you made yourself the main character in a sense. What do you think is one of the moments where you had to bet on yourself, you had to have that main character energy and say, this is what I want to do, this is how I have to do it, and you took that chance, and if you didn't do that, everything would look different today?
I hate giving you an obvious one. Maybe there's two. Can I give you two?
As many as you want.
The two biggest risks I ever took in my career. One was the original, not under the AEW umbrella, the original All In. That was solely me, Matt, and Nick. And Kenny then came on board, thank gosh, because we needed him. Everything about the original All In is sincere. Ring of Honor helping with production, but also not really sure we could do it and ready to cheer us on or laugh at us, depending on what happened. 11,236 tickets sold in less than 30 minutes for a show that didn't have but one match on it and was just the promise of something different. A revolution in the business is happening. It's happening in all companies. Something different. So Matt, Nick, and I, that is the biggest risk I took. The second biggest risk, if not the biggest, was coming back at WrestleMania 38. Because when you're on the opposition, you don't know how the fans will respond. And I was ready for the pain. I was ready to be the enemy. Seth had waved the flag of WWE. They didn't care about it. They were happy that I was home. And even now you get emotional thinking about I had done a lot and said a lot and broke the throne, and you guys still said, "No, come back. Come back and live your dreams." And that reception really floated me to the idea of, I think I could take the spot. I think I could. Got to just try for it. And those two have rewarded me ever since.
Hell yeah, man.
I could really, after those two, could have just floated. But we're looking for another risk. What's the next risk? Challenging the Mortal Kombat cast might be the next one.
That might be the big one, man.
Yeah, because
that's the main character energy
that
right
was
there.
a good movie. It is not going to be any bit better. I mean, Katao Sakurai Street Fighter will blow it away.
Well, I'm going to watch both, but I'm going to be looking forward to see what you do in Street Fighter.
Yeah, you're gonna be
I have
on
this
Rotten
here when we
Tomatoes,
wrap
I can
up.
tell.
What's that?
You're going to go on Rotten Tomatoes. You're a little reviewer, huh?
Oh no, I don't write reviews. Hell no, you can't catch me being a critic on Rotten Tomatoes. Not these days. But I'm going to send this out to a subscriber if you'd be so kind to sign it when we wrap up. Dude, one thing I want actually, can I real quick? I want to steal one question. I know I said that was the last one. But
You're good. I think we're over, but we're over in a good way, right, Greg?
Are we getting it over?
Greg's all about you.
Thanks, Greg.
He's excited.
Thank you. But no, I'm a huge Marvel fan, which I'm sure you know about me. And I remember at Mania 40. It's here.
This one.
It's going up to. There we go. Thank you, sir.
Mania 40.
Mania 40. All these guys are coming out, and I think the comparison that everybody makes, myself included, is Avengers Endgame.
Yep.
Did you feel like that was like the Avengers Endgame moment for WWE?
I wasn't in charge of the final moment, and it was so close to me that I didn't want to know about what are all we doing and what do you have in mind. I think the man who was likened it to Endgame, but he likened it in a way of the good stuff, the good feeling. There's an obviousness to you winning. Take them on a ride where we make it less obvious, but also then we stack the deck. And that way every fan can go, we're heading to it. This is it. And that would be Triple H. So I hope that indie shows for the next 20 years try to replicate that exact moment. because it took my entire career and everything I could possibly have to make it happen. And for the 5 minutes of it, I'm laying on my back watching it happen. But to watch, that's why I said every one of those guys dump equity into me and say he's going to take it. He's going with it. How could you not want to run through a brick wall afterwards? I almost went to the gym after WrestleMania 40.
No way.
Yes. The Undertaker, who talks about, I sent him a voicemail at 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. The keys had been given to me. I wanted to drive. So that's as close to in wrestling as you'll get to an in-game moment.
I think that's as close as you need to get. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was the best thing. That was awesome.
This is for your subscriber. I did it in a paint pen and it didn't run.
We've had that issue.
It didn't run.
Well, Cody, man, thank you so much for giving me the chance.
Dude, thanks, man.
To have you on the show.
I feel
Always
like I
happy
don't
to
know you
support,
very
dude.
well, but I am very proud of you. I really like the OVW stuff.
Well, thank you, man.
Thanks for keeping that going.
Dude, it's way more like
I think the responsibility though to make OVW great, if that falls on you, try and take it.
I feel like I need to do more work to be worthy of that spot.
Leave it better than you found it.
I hope so.
Because that place was, I am me because of that place. Again, Danny, Jim, Rip, Al, that they made something special there. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
I totally agree. I look forward to every Thursday, man, and I'm looking forward to Mania 42.
They still have the Wix Pizza Party Zone? I don't think they do anymore.
No.
Before your time, you were just a little baby in diapers. They had they had the Wix Pizza Party Zone, which was just 2 seats, and you get your seats upgraded to these recliners, and they'd give you a free Wix pizza. I don't know if Wix Pizza is still around.
They do have pizza at the show, but I don't know.
I used to love that Danny was all adamant one pizza. Like they're not getting free pizza all night, guys. They got the seat upgrade and they got that pizza, but it was really cool. The Wix Pizza Party segment.
Is there going to be a Wix Pizza Party equivalent ticket at Mania 42?
Man, there's so much fun stuff. They're doing a bus tour with On Location for me, where people just come on my bus and talk wrestling. And then we're going to do something with cigars, too, on Wednesday night for the people who are there early. So get there early.
Did you know CinemaCon is right before it, the same week?
Oh, I know.
Maybe I'll see you there.
Yeah, maybe don't or do give Andrew Schultz a mic again. Who knows?
I don't know. I've accidentally become the Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter guy. I didn't mean to.
My wife loves Mortal Kombat.
I didn't mean to.
She likes the fatalities, which should say something about, she's really big on seeing all the fatalities. But I will say that we would dog walk every one of them. Every one of them.
And on that, we'll see you in Vegas.
See you in Vegas.
All right, dude. Thank you, Cody. It's good to see you, dude.
All right. Street Fighter versus